Okay, so Michelle, I think absolutely very, very interesting and exciting to see everybody responding to these questions. Let's pick up on a question from Noah.
No.
Again, just to read it out, their point is that they never complete everything they do, always not following schedule. I don't know if I lack motivation or what, but it's been killing me for years now. So great that you're here. We're so thrilled that you joined us. And everybody on this call today sympathizes with you because we've absolutely all experienced that. So, Michelle, in your role as a life coach, can we give some on the spot, real time coaching and support to Noah because he's asked how he can overcome this?
Yeah, so I mean, as a coach, you tend to ask a lot of questions. So I hope I can ask Noah and he can respond. So the first question I had was, you say, I don't know if I lack motivation. Okay. So what seems to get in the way, or what do you do instead of following your schedule?
Okay, let's see if Noah can respond to that in the chat. So give us a bit of a response there. So I mean, I think Michelle, one possible, response to this would be the lack of some sort of structured methodology, right? Perhaps, or too many different methodologies, as you mentioned in your introduction. There are so many out there, and in your experience, you've seen the one that you've developed in the course work very well. So while we don't want to talk about methodologies as the answer, there are human issues at stake here that we need to understand. Noah has come back to us to say that he spends most of his time on media, so distractions. And this is something in the course, Michelle. You have a whole set of lessons on stumbling blocks and distractions, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. And there's something else that I just kind of picked up on your comment, Noah. It's just the language that you're using. You're saying, I never complete my goals. I always do this instead. So perhaps that's it. Sorry, I never complete anything I do. I'm always not following my schedule. Perhaps that's where you got to start, is that you have made that story up for yourself. So you're starting to believe it yourself, is that actually, you know what, no matter what I do, I'm never going to complete everything I do. I'm always not going to follow my schedule. So it really starts off with the level of the language that you're using to judge yourself. And perhaps you need to positively reframe that and say, on this thing, I didn't manage to complete what I did. What was it that stood in the way? And then think about instances in the past. Is this actually true? Do you never complete anything you do? I bet you do complete, watching something on social media, right? So you actually do complete things. Okay. So what is it within you or around you and the resources around you that does allow you to complete things? And you use that skill or competence to actually apply to things that you do want to complete. So I don't know if that makes sense. So it's two things. It's, first of all, the language that you're using is limiting you, and you want to make sure that you're not using language that is negative and is holding you back. And that's very easy to do. That's within your control. And the second thing is to make sure that you are looking at past successes and say, actually, you know what, it's not true that I don't complete something, because these are the things I have completed. And look at the conditions under which you were able to complete those, and use that as a base for completing future tasks.
Wonderful. Thank you, Michelle. And of course, you'd need a lot more time with somebody to help them through a structured process, with regular one-on-one interaction. If somebody has been struggling like this with something like this for a number of years, it's not a quick switch on or off process to resolve that. So I have put your details up there on the screen for people to get in touch with you and have a look at your website there. So I would encourage you to get in touch with Michelle, in addition to doing the course, which we provided you for free, which gives you that structured methodology, but for one-on-one interaction, that would be highly advisable.